1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, this is Bennett, and you're watching the Song of the Week. This week, I'm doing Bob Dylan's Don't Think Twice, It's Alright. I've heard this song in a couple different configurations. First, I heard the Tony Rice version of the song, which is really cool. I recommend you check that out. And then I heard the Kruger Brothers do it live. And I've also played this song with a couple of my friends. It's a great tune to play in a bluegrass style, and it works out really cool on the banjo. I go through the Scruggs version first, and then I go through a melodic variation that you can kind of insert at the beginning of the song and then play the Scruggs chorus. You'll see what I mean once I play the video. But at the end of this, you'll get a breaking it down section where I talk about the theory behind some of the stuff that I'm doing and also my thought process when coming up with this arrangement. I hope you like it. If you're new, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks so much and enjoy Don't Think Twice, It's Alright. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, four. One, two, three. So the melody of this song, broken down to just like the nuts and bolts of it, is. So I'm kind of playing around with that melody more in both versions, but definitely more so in the melodic version. That's more of a flashy type of solo that I'm using for the A section. In the B section, I try to stick to the melody, so I didn't actually do a melodic version of that, but there is a melodic version of the verse. So that one broken down starts with this G lick, and then I go to the D chord, so I find that 5 chord right there, and instead of doing what I did in the Scruggs version, which is kind of hang on that for the entire length of the melody, the entire length of the chord, I stretch my pinky out and do this. This is kind of a hard lick, but for whatever reason I heard it and I wanted to incorporate it. What it is a D lick, and then you're starting on this E note to do a descending G scale, and it's a kind of complicated way to do the G scale, but I feel like it's the easiest way at the same time. So you're getting that E, and then you're grabbing the D up here, and then you're doing a little single string figure from the C to the B, and then you end up doing a B, A, G, and that leads directly into this next lick, which is an E minor lick. So the chords of the song is don't. So that whole thing is D until you hit that fifth string. And then I end up, this is definitely my target, chord right here, this E minor. But that leads directly into a C chord. So you can see I'm like connecting all of these phrases to try and create a longer, more linear line when I do this melodic version. And you can even say that the whole entire phrase, until the C chord started here. Actually, that seems more like a pause right there. So I land on that chord, roll on it a little bit, and then I've transitioned to the C chord. And then that starts another line. A little chromaticism there to lead you to this B note. And this song is really great for using target tones. So I'm looking at the neck, and yeah, I'm hearing everything that I'm playing, and I heard everything to come up with this arrangement, but I'm also aiming for certain notes in the chord, mostly melody notes, but I'm also just aiming for 1, 3, and 5 in each chord. So if you go through the song and you find that's a G chord, you have D, G, B, and then the D chord, you have D, F sharp, A. By the way, I'm not saying that in order, it's actually G, B, D. And then I find the chord tones of the D chord, and then the same with the E minor. This song is really great for that, to kind of structure your improvisation around those chord tones. And I talk a little bit more about that in the member section, about just soloing with chord tones and stuff. But back to what I was saying about the chromatic lick. I'm doing this C lick. I'm ending up on that B note because it's the third of the G chord, and that's the chord that I kind of want to tell the listener that I'm playing. And it's also the melody. And then I do this chromatic walk down to the D7th. Right there, and you got the 7th right there of the D chord and the 5th. And then I'm doing this little augmented thing to get me into the next part of the verse. So if you look at that, if you analyze that theoretically, you have, I could put that note on the bottom, and that would be C, so that's the 7th of the D, that's an E, that's the 9 of the D. This is all of our D chords, so that's why I'm explaining it in relationship to the D chord. F sharp, which is the 3rd, and then a B flat or A sharp, which is the sharp 5. So it sounds crunchy right there, but when I play it in context, it sounds kind of cool. And then back. And this time, instead of hanging on that E minor for like a little roll to like pause, I actually just lead into another line. So. That was just, maybe it's a Baylor thing or a Noam thing. It's definitely progressive sounding, but I'm not sure where it came from. That was definitely more led by my ears than like kind of looking at it from a theory perspective. But it works. You have a C sharp right there, which is the 3rd of the A chord. You have the 7th, which is a G. You have the F sharp, which is a 6th, and then you have the 5th. And then I decided to put a little syncopated thing in there, and that slides right into the D chord to get me down the neck to do the hammer-on that you heard in the Scruggs version to lead you into the chorus. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions about the theory stuff, please feel free to comment. And please subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next week for a new video.